Well, hello there, everyone. This is Keith from Keith's Comics, talking to you from the beautiful Keith's Comics warehouse and studio. Hopefully, you're having a nice. Is it less than 100 million degrees outside, Cindy?
I think it is. Just barely.
We're here to try to sell you some comics. Full disclosure, we're going to be showing you comics one at a time here in just a moment. Cindy's with me as always.
Right here?
We have Alex sitting in today. Say hello, Alex.
Hello.
All right, Alex, our newly minted helper in the warehouse. So if you have things that need to be pulled from the warehouse and other things going around, Alex is probably going to be helping me out doing that for a while. Good to have Alex here. It's good times. All right, we can see some of our regulars driving in. Alan's here. Hiya, Alan. All right. Oh, really? No pop-up. Wonder what setting I need to change on that, or is it just general Facebook funkiness on that? All right, if you're new to the show or you just stumble upon us, we're going to be putting comics up one at a time with the price we want. If it matches your want list, your budget, and your FOMO, type claim into the comment section on the Keys Comics Mockingbird feed. The Keys Comics Mockingbird feed is the only place we check for winners. You can watch it on any of our feeds, and then you can even watch it in the future and claim stuff. By now on Wednesday shows, everybody's back to work here in Texas and around the parts in this area. So most people watch later in the evening, and that's cool. And if you're watching later in the evening, hello, future. It's all good. If you see somebody claim something that you want, claim it also. People get premature claimination all the time. Maybe they forgot they had it, or maybe they were just reminded by somebody that that was not in their budget. Sam's here. All right. Jerry's here. All right. Chris on vacation, kicking back and watching some fun comics related material here. All right. Let's see. What else do we got going on here? Did the fake Kelsey Grammer make it back from his vacation, Cindy?
I think you probably did.
All right. So it's time for us to try to sell you some stuff. So let's do that. Cindy, get the fake Kelsey Grammer in here and get the show started.
Let's kick this pig.
Let's kick this pig indeed. Time to get us started. Oh, I have some fun stuff there. All right.
Keys Comics.
All right. Looks like we have green across all of that. All of the. Our camera switched off on us. Let me get that camera fixed up here. No. Streaming camera is not reacting well right now.
Not streaming?
It's decided that it does not like the screen. Oh, my hand. Oh, you can see my hand. Oh, no. Guys, I changed things on the... Yeah, there we go. There we go. Ta-da. All right. Cindy, are you ready to go over there?
I am.
Let's give us our first item here. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Conditional.
First up is our conditional offerings. Wow. Conditional offering first means that conditionally people have sent us their want list, and we were trying to match that up and make a love connection and take their money. Someone has said that they like all these Robert E. Howard characters, so whenever we find those, we try to take some of their money. This is the Dynamite #2, the Shalvey 1 in 15 black and white variant cover. Boy, that was a mouthful, wasn't it? We had it for $8 in the store. It's $6 now, and you can claim it, but if the person on the want list claims it, they jump ahead of you. That's how that works. Let's see. Yeah, claim it harder. Yeah, there was a giant hand alert, right? Yeah. Hey, Edward, well, welcome to see you. Nice. Keith could not be a hand model. That is true. Those meaty paws were not made to sell things. But they were made to bag comics, that's for sure. Next up, Amazing Spider-Man. Let's tilt that to the right just a little bit, Cindy. We've got a big... Yeah, perfect. Amazing Spider-Man number 151. Look at this classic John Romita cover. This VG Plus copy from 1975 is a conditional offering because it's a Mark Jewelers variant. Ooh. Yeah. So someone has these Mark Jeweler variants on their want lists. So we make sure that we try to take as much of their money as possible. You can claim it also in case they already have this one. Man, that is a beauty, right? Look at that. This VG Plus copy, you know, you got a great hard when you buy and great hard when you sell. I mean, Mr. Mylar makes everything look great, but this is a beautiful copy at $30. $30 for Amazing Spider-Man. Mark Jewelers variant, a conditional offering. Next, Cindy. Red Sonja, Red Sonja, number 39. This from our last conditional for today. This did I forget that? I forgot to put conditional. There'll be another conditional later, but Keith had failure on that and didn't put it on there. Number 39 of Red Sonja from the 2008 series. When Dynamite had them. Let's move that to the right also, just a little bit, Cindy. Oh, perfect. $6 for this Red Sonja number 39. Next up. Regular show's getting started. Look at this Superboy Classic. I think this is the first appearance of Ultra Boy, one of the Legion of Superheroes. Way back in 1962, this Superboy number 98. Look at that. They're checking each other out with their X-ray vision. Oh, my. It's a good copy. Only $6. And is that Lana? Before they made her all, you know... Lanish? I couldn't even watch the Smallville series. It made me so mad.
On her shirt there.
Well, that's everyone in the Superman universe.
All of his girlfriends. This could be Lucy Liu. We don't know.
Or Lois Lane or Lori Lamaris.
We don't know.
All right, come on, everybody, pile in on the LLs. This is a $6 Superboy number 98. Next up, X-Men number 27. Wow, from 1966, Re-Enter the Mimic. I didn't even know he was gone, but he's back now, evidently. From 1966, this great classic issue of X-Men. Wow. Very early. The Mimic was a big player. You never hear from him because, spoiler alert, he gets killed in about 6 issues. And then he's gone for a good long time. I think still gone at this point. Issue 27 from 1966. Nice solid VG copy. Looks pretty though. $40 if it makes it to the store. $35 if you scored here today. X-Men number 27. Next. All right. Oh, from 2001. As I remember the story, DC Marvel Comics went into bankruptcy or bought a new ownership or something like that. And as I understood the stories, they realized they were paying Stan Lee like $1 million a year to be editor emeritus, which actually is a great deal when you think about it now. And they cut him loose. And so DC Comics says, well, Stan, if you're not doing anything, how about if you come over to DC and reimagine the DC universe as if you had created it? And so he did. He did a whole bunch of these one-shots in which he reimagined different the classic DC characters, and we sold them pretty well. This is the Superman Just Imagined by Stan Lee. $10 if we put it in the store from 2001. Golly, it's hard to believe it's been 20 years ago. $8 if you scored here today for Stan Lee's Just Imagine Superman.
Here, I think I found the conditional you were thinking of, maybe?
There it is. All right, there's the other conditional.
Not Thursday, but there it is.
Issue 390. I wish this was in higher grade, but it presents like a VF, but it got folded into somebody's back pocket, so there's a center crease on it. So it's only a fine, but it is a Mark Jewelers variant, so someone who had Thor Mark Jeweler variants on their want lists with a very specific want that we've been filling. But this is the first time Steve Rogers picks up a Mjolnir in a gigantic battle with a horde of craziness there. This mid-grade fine copy is a Mark Jeweler variant. It's a conditional offering here at $11, even though it's only in mid-grade. I mean, it presents fantastic, right? It might be able to be pressed out if you were so inclined, because this is probably a $40 or $50 book now if it's a high grade. But now, my issue of Thor of issue 390 of Thor from 1988. $11. See, we got Lex Luthor, Lois Lane, Lana Lang, Lori Lamaris. All Superman's loves are LL, except Crypto's not LL. Oh, Pablo's in Spain, and he had Paella in Spain. Good gosh, that was a great idea. My gosh, everybody, road trip. There you go. Steve Rogers is worthy. That 100%. Man, yeah, let's do that. Next up, I think the first time I ever had paella was with Pablo. Maybe, I don't remember. Untold Legends of the Batman, a 3-part miniseries featuring John Byrne artwork here. This is all 3 issues, but they're reader grade. They've been read a lot. So all 3 of them together in one package, $6. Oh, look at that cover. That's a pretty cool classic cover. This was, I don't know if they did this for a package deal or if John Byrne had the idea, but they did these as audio tapes. I think there were records of this. It's been reprinted 1,000,000 times. Classic. If you're a kid if you were born in the early 1970s, you probably read this as a preteen. Untold Legend of the Batman, $6. Next up, look at that cool book, Plastic Man, number 10 from 1968. Plastic Man, Cindy Plavs. What was the Plastic Man's assistant's name? I forgot. Spaz? No. He had a name. I forget what name, but he did. He talked like that. A terrible Plastic Man. How do you tell the difference between a regular Plastic Man and an evil Plastic Man? Well, it's a stretch. Number 10 of Plastic Man from 1968. Only $10. $10 for this beautiful VG copy. Great colors on that book. Wow, that's pretty neat. Plastic Man number 10, $10.
His name was Wolfgang Woozy Winks.
Woozy Winks. That's right, Plaz. Next up. Oh, Wonder Woman number 62. Wow. Oh, wait. Oh, this is the Pizza Hut reprint. Wah, wah. Oh, so cool. Still a cool classic cover. 3 Wonder Womans for the price of one from 1977. This Fine Plus copy. Still a nice collectible now that it itself is 20, then 40, 45 years old. Man, it's wow. It was a nice little collectible. Pizza Hut did a lot of collectibles back in that time period. They had all those glasses that we collected. It was funny. The have and have-nots of that time period. Because who was it? Smuckers? No. Who did the jelly jars with the DC heroes on them? You'd beg your mom to buy the jelly so you could have
Welch's.
the drink. Was it Welch's? You'd have the drinking glass afterwards. And then Pizza Hut had their own glasses, which were really nice. And then you could also get Slurpee cups with the Marvel superheroes on it.
Taco Bell.
Did Taco Bell do glasses
Taco Bell
too?
did glasses.
I didn't remember that.
One of them did Looney Tunes. One of them did superheroes. Then we had like Star Wars cups. I mean, there's all kinds of really good glass cups that came out.
I did not know that
Yep,
or remember
I
that.
collected as many as I could and broke a lot of those. So
Next up.
we are on to swag.
It's time for swag, stuff we acquire growing. Let's see, we got, what kind of, you have to say, it's too small for me to read.
It's called The Tractors. It's country rock pop.
Country rock pop for $1 for 1994. Next up.
Elton John's duet.
Oh, Elton John. I can't believe you didn't price that at $50.
I wanted to make it priceless, but you gotta sell them. They gotta move.
$2 for Elton John duets. Next. Isn't that the concert we went to?
No, but it should have been because of Billy Joel being there.
Yeah, we went to the Billy Joel Elton John
But it
concert.
was not called duets.
Oh, what's it? Okay. All of one. What is
All
that?
of one R&B pop.
Oh, $3. Next.
Patty Loveless, Only What I Feel country rock.
Well, Alex, get used to looking at these because you're going to be putting them on Shopify soon.
Okay.
We actually put something new on Shopify yesterday. This M&M candy rack that we acquired throughout the years. It's in storage, so if you go take a look at it, maybe you know an M&M collector in your life that would really like that. It's not able to be shipped, but you can pick it up at our Firewall store if you give us a few days to get it out of storage and get it delivered there. All right, next up.
Judas Priest.
Oh, there we go.
Prisoners of Pain, 1996.
$2 for this Judas Priest CD. Next.
The last one, Slayer, Divine Intervention.
$3 for a Slater CD. There you go. All right.
And on with the regular.
That's the end of swag for today. Next up, Hawk and Dove. Number 5 from 1969. Oh, this is kind of an interesting cover.
It is a great cover.
It's Gil Kane kind of doing like a Tothish take on that. Not quite not quite well washed, but really interesting. Great cover. This fine minus, a really sharp copy from 1969. $7 for Hawk and Dove, number 5 from 1969.
Do what you can with your, what, 4-color? Is that what you got?
That's right. They only had 4 colors, but they knew how to use them. Oh, speaking of which, Kirby Greatness here. Captain America number 106 from 1968, in which, oddly enough, Cap goes wild. Wow, well, a really nice, solid, fine copy of this. It's really good color strike on that. $30 if we put it in the store, $24 if you score here today. Again, Cap goes wild, and the full 24 pages of great Capness. Awesome. Next. Oh my gosh, you should have had a little warning for incoming hotness here.
Warning.
X-Men number 100 would, one of Keith's favorites. Lines of superheroes about to duke it out. Yes, please, sign me up. From 1976, a great classic key issue, X-Men number 100. A solid VG copy. Well read, but, not super frayed like a lot of VGs can be. $125. This book is starting to really percolate, which you can see, Cyclops, so useless. So that's original X-Men versus the new X-Men. My money's on the Wolverine. I'm just saying. And see, this is how little they knew how big Wolverine was going to be. If this cover was redone today, you know who would be in the front? It'd be Wolverine in front against Cyclops. And then it was Colossus. I'm surprised it wasn't Nightcrawler, because that was Dave Cockrum's favorite. But there you go. X-Men number 100 from 1976. $100. Only Daredevil can go wild? Well, evidently not, because there it is, proof right there. I want to think maybe that Stan had a handful of catchphrases and he just kept going to them. I'm just saying. Next, The Avengers. I believe this is the second appearance of Monica Rambeau, and this is where she joins the Avengers. A little melodrama there. A little soap opera they're going on here, but issue 227 of the Avengers from 1983. Beautiful. Look at that VF copy of that. $20 in store, $15 if you score it here today. I'm led to believe that there's some version of this character, Monica Rambeau, going to be in the Marvels movie. And when is that? 2024 now? I think it's all been pushed back. We'll see. Does Hulk start tonight or tomorrow? Pretty soon, I think. Next up, She-Hulk. She-Hulk starts tonight or tomorrow. Oh my gosh, look at this. Cool Superman from 1962. Superman versus Mxyzptlk. Well, that's a lot of words on a comic cover from 1962. Wow, I'm going to have to take a nap in between reading that. In issue 154, in which, oh my gosh, look at that submarine as a banana. $15 is what a VG copy is going for around town. $7 if you scored during our show today. And you can read all about the undersea pranks of Mr. Mxyzptlk. Oh, that's a cool book. Issue 154 from 1962. Claremont wanted to kill off Wolverine right away, but Byrne didn't want the only Canadian superhero to die. Oh, I had not heard that. That's pretty interesting. She-Hulk is tomorrow. Or when you say tomorrow?
It says the 18th on here.
All right, so tonight at 2 a.m., is that what we're really saying? Tonight, which is tomorrow. Next. Punisher Armory. We had some of the more fun comics folks here going through the warehouse and helping us with some stuff. And then we were discussing this, and we were wondering, even though this is a beautiful Jim Lee cover, could they even publish the Punisher Armory today? Because all it is a book about all the different kinds of weapons that he uses. Just page after page of weapons. I don't know. From 1990, this issue number 1, this VF copy is $12 for the Punisher Armory number 1. I remember we sold so many of these back in the day.
Because it tells about his thoughts, his feelings, his weapons. It says.
Hey, Ty's here. Good to see you, Ty. Yes, Punisher Armory number 1, $12. Next up, hey, it's The Flash with the Infantino cover on that book. Look at that. From 1967. A nice VG copy. Oh, man, gosh, he's unemployed. All right, well, get him a job. Maybe he can clean the toilets of the Justice League Watchtower or something. The real origin of the Flash. Oh, my gosh, give me $6 so you can sort that out. Look at the go-go checks at the top of that book from 1967. $6 for this Flash, number 167. Next up, The Amazing Spider-Man with the Secret Wars was a really a benchmark book. A lot of things happened in that, and they did so well. They came back with the Secret Wars 2. It was kind of flawed from the beginning, as I remember it now, because it's literally been 40 years. The Beyonder was just like a super groovy guy that just came to Earth and just kidnapped girlfriends. Is that how I'm remembering it? Somebody can help me out here. Amazing Spider-Man number 273 from 1986, featuring Puma and the Bad Fashion Choice Spider-Man. $8 to find out why the heck is the Beyonder in this book. Amazing Spider-Man 273, $8. Hey, Cecil, he came, he saw, and he posted. Now back to work. Is the camera out of focus? It doesn't seem to be too bad on my end. And I have bad eyes. All right, Martian Manhunter, the 2006 miniseries was 8 issues, and this is all 8 issues in one package. From the pages of Brave New World. I think Brave New World was it wasn't super popular. That's all that stuff coming out of the Infinite Crisis, wasn't it? Where Blue Beetle and was the start of that whole thing. I don't want to give away too much in case you want to read it. Martian Manhunter 1 through 8, the complete series, only $9. $9 for the entire run of Martian Manhunter from 2006. Look, he's got a little disco hand going on there. Next. Oh, Submariner, number 34. This is a Proto Defenders tryout book. If you're a collector of the Defenders in the late 70s and the 80s, you probably know that lineup. But there was, in the beginning, it was the Defenders was Submariner, Silver Surfer, and the Hulk. And that came from this, as I understand it, this tryout. And there were 2 issues. Was it 33 and 34 or 34 and 35, something like that? Said, this team kind of works. And then they tacked in Doctor Strange in there, tagged him in. Next thing you know, you got a team. And then they eventually, Katie bars the door, and it's everybody that had a cape joins. Submariner from 1971, number 34. Like good, beautiful browns on this book. That looks nice. 1971, $32 for the first proto appearance of the Defenders. Highly collectible book right now. Plus, all things Submariner, you're on the clock. Lots of interviews being given by Namor now, so look for those if you are not averse to spoilery situations. This VG copy, $32. Next. Okay, so this is a title that's currently running now, Bunny Mask. For some reason, we had poorly stored this issue 1, 2, and 3. I think 3 might even be the newest or next to newest issue. This is a weird, crazy book. If you are into any of this, if you're a horror fan, I'm not a huge horror fan. Cindy, you're a big horror fan?
Yeah, I do like horror.
So this is a weird, crazy, surreal kind of book. Deals with, I can't even tell you, but it's nuts. If you like horror books that are in the vein of this it would be in.
Would it be like, it wouldn't be like Junji Ito, would it?
It's a lot like Junji Ito, yes.
So someone's just capitalizing on a popular genre right now.
I think that's fair. So these were stored poorly, so they're mid-grade at best, but this is the first issue. If you want to check it out, all 3 issues, $6 in total for this. And it was the first issue I read, just so I knew what I was talking about. I'm still thinking about it because it was really weird. So there you go. That cover is so weird after you read the first issue. All right, next up. Pasquale's here, everyone. All right, The Uncanny X-Men, number 227. This was a kind of a key issue, but not really a key issue. It's the Fall of the Mutants, but it's like this whole thing with the Siege Perilous and Silvestri's doing the artwork. They had introduced a couple of new characters in here. This is right before you can see, is it Megan or is her name? Captain Britain's sister. Right, she was still a superhero, a British superhero, but she hadn't gone into the Siege Perilous yet. All kinds of craziness going here. $8 in stores, $6 for you now for issue 227 of the X-Men. Next up.
It is time for Pablo's nap.
Pablo's nap while he's getting on the plane. It's time for lightning round. These are $1, $2, and $3 books. We're going to try to crush a whole bunch of books out quickly to put as many books as we can in this little 10-minute slot that we've allotted here. Defenders number 97 is first up at $3. Is this just one issue there by itself?
No.
Oh.
Is it Uno Dos Tres?
It's an Uno Dos Tres, and an Uno Dos Tres is one package, 2 comics, $3. Woohoo! Next up. Oh, shiny stuff. Is Mr. Witherington here? Look at this. I'd forgotten about this book. From 1995, the Punisher relaunch. It was electrifying. Look at the shiny silver cover on that. Woo, nice. Next up. These are all $3 books. We have one, two, and
three, and this is also a Uno Dos Tres.
oh, it's an Uno Dos Tres featuring Spider-Man and Iron Man coming at you.
Team up.
And then they're fighting with Captain America versus Batroc the Leaper. Oh, this Uno Dos Tres, one package, 2 comics, $3.
Is that Abomination as well?
That I don't know if that is or not, but some kind of demon, evidently on a rampage. Next up. All right, so when Ultimate Spider-Man was launched in 2001, it's pretty popular, but they didn't go back and reprint it. They waited until issue number 3 came out, and then they did this collected edition with issues 1, 2, and 3. So this is the collected edition of Ultimate Spider-Man from the original launch way back in 2001. $3 for this copy of the collected edition of Ultimate Spider-Man. Next up.
Uno Dos Tres.
Uno Dos Tres, one package, 2 comics, $3. King Conan from 1981. These are King Conan number 7 and King Conan number 8. A 2 package of King Conans, in which you can see these guys try to cut each other up with a scimitar and a broadsword. Let's do this thing. Next up. Amazing Spider-Man versus the guy who doesn't have any clue how to use his head right. Oh, the unfortunately named Ramrod.
That's what
I would be raging too if my name was Ramrod. From 1981, Crisis on the Campus Part 2. Issue 221 of Amazing Spider-Man, $3. Next up.
Ooh, another Amazing Spider-Man.
Oh, this is newer. This is from last year. This got put into a box for who knows what reason. This was a variant cover which they called the Masterpieces. When Marvel did these collected hardcovers all through the 80s and, well, late 80s, all through the 90s, they had this gilded frame on the outside of them like it was important books. And so they did these variant covers this month with the main characters inside the gilded covers. This is Amazing Spider-Man number 59 from the current run, or the Legacy number, which if you stacked all Amazing Spider-Man miniseries together, this would be Amazing Spider-Man number 860. Remember, Spider-Man number 900 just came out last month. So you can see that, and a lot of times they'll do 2 issues a month or 4 issues a month sometimes. So it's not a straight line up, 12 issues a month. Issue 59 from the current series. Oh, not even the current series, the previous series, because we're on issue 6 of the current series.
12 issues a year or a month?
12 issues a year.
Okay.
Issue 59 from the last series. God, I can't even keep track now. Or 860 in the Legacy number, $3. Next up.
They should stop that Legacy stuff.
Well, it's a way to keep
You can buy
the continuity, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Justice Society of America. We had this book a lot of times. I don't know if there's great distribution in Dallas or what, but who can have enough of Wildcat getting tore up there? Who is that? Is that...
Taste the poison of the thorn.
Rose and Thorn's thornier half. From 1976, is that what that says on there?
78.
78, $3.
Twofer. I mean, Uno Dos Tres.
Uno Dos Tres, one package, 2 comics, $3. This is 2 issues of Defenders Defenders number 86 and number 87. It looks like the Hulk may be going wild there. I mean, well, then later on they got to figure it out with an inquest. Uno Dos Tres, one package, 2 comics, $3. Next up, the More Amazing Spider-Man. Is that Dazzler?
It is.
Oh my gosh. I'm seeing things. Is she sensational?
That's what it says.
$3 though for this Amazing Spider-Man issue number 203, in which Spider-Man teams up with the Dazzler for $3. Next up,
Uh-oh. It's unfortunate leggings.
the wrong leggings. That's why I put this in the cheapie bag. It's the wrong Hulk leggings on this Submariner. What number is that, Cindy?
Number 29.
Number 29. It looks like he's doing some kind of suplex hold or something like that.
I don't know. It's looking fashionable, too.
Is it $3, Cindy?
It is
$3. Next up, More Amazing Spider-Man. Oh, this is a particularly wacky time because there was a bunch of spare supervillains in this time period. Is this somebody called like the Wizard or something like that? Will-O-Wisp or something like
It
that?
doesn't say.
He doesn't even get a shout out on the cover. Issue 222, $3. Next up, that is a bad Herc look. Thank you, Alan, for supporting me on that. Illustrated Index to All-Star Comics. Our longtime friend Lou Mugen wrote this. It only covers the first 4 issues of the original All-Star Comics, but it goes pretty in-depth on all of those issues. So if you don't want to pull out your copies of the original 1940s All-Star Comics and you just wanted to see the highlights, this is your book. $3 for this Illustrated Index to All-Star Comics. Next. Wizards! Hey, we've been having a lot of luck. You people, we've gotten to the time period where new collectors are interested in how we looked at comics in the 90s. This had articles on Nightfall and Jim Shooter, who was, I believe, at Valiant at this time period, just killing it. And then Peter David. This has a lot of cool articles in it. And then it's always fun to flip through the price guide of comics and whatever this was, 1994 or 1995. I don't know if it has does it say a year on that? 93?
It says 93.
Issue number 24 of The Wizard, $3. Next up.
Nightfall, yeah, Nightfall, Batman. This is, there are 2 of these, so.
All right, Amazing Spider-Man 54 with the Absolute Carnage variant on this. Nullified. Amazing Spider-Man 54 Nullified variant. We can take care of 2 different people on this. $6. Oh, are we back to the regular show now?
Oh, where did that come from? Sorry. We are not. So anyway, that owes $6. Those are not $3. Sorry. I put them in the wrong stack.
All right.
I didn't even look.
$6. We are on autopilot.
Sorry.
All right, next up.
Back to the $3.
Back to the $3 books. This book is actually going for quite a bit more, but hey, it's time to move it out of our warehouse. From 2012, DC Comics Presents did these big 100-page super spectaculars. This one looks like a Batman story called Blaze of Glory. Originally like $7.99 cover price, only $3 now? Are you kidding me? What a great value. Next. Thunderstrike, She-Hulk versus Titania. I don't know, this could end up being an important book if the She-Hulk has any of that kind of stuff going on in the Disney Plus run. Wink, wink. Thunderstrike Presents, number 16 from 1995, $3. Next up, The Amazing Spider-Man, number 270, something or other, 5, is that right?
278.
278 from 1986. First appearance of Scourge. And if you're wondering who's Scourge, me too. But we do know that justice is served in this issue because it says so right there. $3 for Amazing Spider-Man 278 from 1986. Next up.
Now on to the $2.
$2. Oh, look.
Governor?
Look, Governor. What else did David Copperfield say? Is that more, please? Is that the one?
David Copperfield, I think he is, yeah.
All right. So this is $2. This is Classics Illustrated number 48. This is an HRN, which means highest reorder number. So if you flip that around, Cindy. Never mind. I messed that up. I should have left that blank. Yeah, you see it's $2, but you could order all the way up to issue number. What number issue could you order all the way up to?
Let's Let's see, 156?
Yeah, 156. Because they never changed the indicia on the inside of these, but they did change the back cover because they wanted to sell you stuff. Oh, I recognize that in somebody. So Classics Illustrated usually have two numbers: the issue number and the HRN number, highest reorder number. So this is David Copperfield. Flip it around for me, please.
$2.
Classics Illustrated number 48, but the highest reorder number 156. It's only $2 though. Great read. Next up, more Defenders. Oh, this one, Luke Cage versus Plant Man. Looks like he's going to have a plant-based. Is that an Impossible Burger about to be going on there?
Mm-hmm.
And the Evil in Bloom. Oh, that's cute. The Crimson Avenger. Oh, not a Crimson Avenger. Who's the?
Let's see. Maybe your mysterious thorns can stop other defenders, Plant Man, but there's no way they're going to stop Power Man.
No, who's the below Power Man? That's the female version of the guy from the Black Widow movie, Crimson.
Oh, Crimson Dynamo.
No, not Crimson Dynamo.
That's not his name?
That is his name.
Yeah.
Yeah, the father. I forget his name. Golly, I'm going blank. All right. Somebody will help me out here in just a second. But there we go. Next up.
Final book.
All right. Kid Colt Outlaw. A nice, really copy of this Troopers for Texas. Kid Colt Outlaw number 116. Is that right? Or 167 or something? 161?
161.
161. Looks like, wow, that's a really cool cover. From 1972. Red Guardian. Thank you, Chris.
Oh.
Chris Lorenzo here. All right. Giving me a pickup. Appreciate that. Kid Colt Outlaw 161, $2. I don't know who did the cover.
Regular show, and this was in the regular show, just in case you missed it.
In case you missed it earlier, Amazing Spider-Man 54 from 2021, $6. We have two copies of that. Next up,
Yeah.
Superboy from 1963, number 108.
Yes.
Is this the one? This is so sad. Superboy's first. The Kents had another super baby beforehand.
Oh no. That was terrible.
This is kind of an important book.
He had blonde hair.
The Kent's first super son. Oh, is the first use of the word super son? I don't know. $15 for this Superboy number 108 and a nice, solid, fine copy. Better than what we usually find them. So we did get a whole bunch of stuff back from CBCS this week. Let's see. One of the first things we got back was, this book, the first appearance of. Wow, look at that. Who could that be? That gigantic one? Oh, it's the main man himself, Lobo. First appearance of Lobo in Omega Man number 3. A nice 9.6 graded copy. I think that we're going to go out on a limb and say this is a near mint copy. $150 is what we're asking for this. Woo! Look at that. The first appearance of the main man himself. And let's see what.
Kabuki?
That is very kabuki, isn't it? Thanks, Chris. I forgot to turn on the sound for that. A lot of people are saying this is the second appearance of Batgirl, so I don't know. I have to do a little bit of research on that. So this is 66, 67, the time period where the Batman TV show was on, and you can also see the yellow symbol on Batman's chest. So, nice stuff. What else did we get back? Oh, yeah, we got this little jewel right here. This Tales to Astonish number, you can switch over, number 90, which is important to know. It's the first appearance of the Abomination. Oh, my. Hey, can you hand me the actual book there on the Tales to Astonish number 70? On number 9.
It does say second appearance of Batman. It does say second appearance of Batman.
Oh, does it say it on there?
Yeah.
So this copy, be aware that the very small amount of color touch on cover. So be aware that if you are interested in this book, I couldn't even see it. I'm still looking hard for it, but it is a slight amateur restored on this book. So still crazy expensive for this 7.0 copy of the first appearance. And maybe it's not a big deal now, but talk to me again in 24 hours. All right. I probably could get in there and scrape that off. All right,
Is that the tracing kid? Did he do it?
Yeah, the tracing kid probably did it with his Crayolas. All right, next up. Marvel Collector's Item Classic. I love these books from 1966. So you can get a copy of the whole. I love how it says complete, unabridged, and thrilling. So we get an early Ant-Man story, the origin of the Sandman and Spider-Man, and the Fantastic Four #3. Is that the first time they wear their costumes? I don't remember. Something like that. But #2, Collector's Item Classics from 1966, packed full of Marvel greatness. Only $7. That seems awesome. $7 for Marvel Collector's Item Classics #2. Next up.
I say the Fabulous FF appeared in costume for the first time.
Oh, see, there you go.
It says so.
Proof. Silver Surfer #2.
Badoon.
The first appearance of the Badoon, who were big players throughout the 70s in the Guardians of the Galaxy. I think they had a little bit to do with some stuff in the 2017s. But they are hardest hit by the fact that Disney now owns 20th Century Fox, and they have a whole set of aliens and xenomorphs. So they don't need an alien race to kick around anymore. We got one already. Thank you very much. This first Badoon appearance, though, in Silver Surfer #2 will run you only $25 because it's a VG copy. It's solid. It's easily readable. Got good colors on it, but it is what it is. $30 in store, $25 for you can find out this issue of the Sentinel of the Spaceways, how he deals with the Badoon. Look, do they have their own surfboards? Was that their whole bit? That's pretty cool. Silver Surfer #2 from 1968, $25. Wonder Woman, tilt that to the right for me, Cindy. This is features the Gremlin in the Kremlin, I believe is the name of the story, and a new version of the Atomic Knight from 1985. Wonder Woman #325, only $6. And this VF copy. Whenever I'm talking about these grades, they're all the things just my good faith estimate. They're sold as is. I can't warranty that you'll get the grade that I discuss here from a third-party grading service. So when you're holding it in your hand, you're not happy, you send it back. I'll put it in another show. I want to sell you books for the rest of our lives. How about that? Don't forget that we have pants-free and judgment-free shopping on the Shopify store. There's the address right above there, in which now that Alex is here, we're going to start putting lots and lots of stuff on there, we hope. We have plans for this afternoon. Hopefully there'll be some fun stuff on there. Next up, classic book. Oh my gosh, what an amazing book. If I'm remembering correctly, this Avengers #16 from 1965 not only has a Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver in it, and a ton of other villains, but it is also like the third appearance of Kang, very early appearance of Kang, and the first appearance of Jarvis. What? Am I remembering that wrong? And even a good copy of this is worth having. It's a fantastic book. Classic cover. Avengers Assemble! I wonder if that's the first time he said that on the cover. Interesting. It's a spectacular issue, because Stan says so right there. It's the start of a great new Avengers lineup. $50 is what I'm asking for this good copy of Avengers #16. How awesome is that cover? Look at that. Avengers 16, $50. Next up. Oh, really pretty copy of Ms. Marvel, #6 from 1976. I don't know who that character is, but he's grotesque. Oh, see what I did there? From 1976, Ms. Marvel #6. VF, I'm going to put a little tiny minus on there because there's some stresses on there. $10 for Ms. Marvel #6. Oh, wait, we had the first appearance of the Abomination. Now we're going to be the second appearance with first cover appearance of The Abomination. This nice, solid, fine copy from 1967. 91 is the issue number. I don't remember who's in the Submariner story in this, but it's all about the Abomination at this point. The three-toed Abomination, if you will. $110 in store, $80 if you score it here today. $80 for Tales to Astonish, number 91 from 1967. Next.
Twofer.
It's a twofer. Avengers. Issues number...
Number 318 and 319.
318 and 319. All right. Looking good. Nebula Triumphant. That shouldn't be a problem, but it looks like it might be. That's 2 consecutive issues as a twofer for $6. All right. 3.
Oh. Okay. 3.
We advertised this as a back-to-school promo. Here it is. Strange Academy number 1 back-to-school special. We advertised that we're going to have one of these on there. Here it is. Number 1 from the, 2 years ago? Lots of first appearances in Doctor Strange's Academy here. This is a VF copy we would put out at $80, but it's a special. It's a special. Who needs one for $50? We got you hooked up with our Strange Academy special. Next up.
2.
The Submariner, number 5. Classic issue. With this guy always kind of scared me a little bit. The Tiger Shark. And this beautiful cover. Look at that. First appearance of Tiger Shark here. It's a really solid glossy copy. It's going to be a fine minus. $100 if you scored in the store. $89 if you... 89. That's the year Keith's Comics opened, 1989. How nice. Submariner number 5. First appearance of Tiger Shark. $89.
Final book for today.
Final book for today.
It's a big one. Boom.
Oh, classic. Oh, I looked for this book in the 70s. Oh, so often. Issue number 40 of the Green Lantern. Hal Jordan stumbles across Alan Scott. Great Scott! It's the secret origin of the Guardians. From 1965, issue number 40 of the Green Lantern. $300 for this VG Plus copy. Wow, usually these are all tattered to bits because it's a great classic story, but not this time. This time you get a beautiful copy, VG Plus, $300. And that's it for today's show. Thanks everybody for coming by. Appreciate everybody for watching in the future. Hello future, how you doing? We're all these prices are good for 72 hours, so you don't have to stress about getting here. We'll get you covered up. If you think that you claimed something and won, we want to check in with Harrison at teamcomics@gmail.com. I think that we're going to pull all of last week's shows today. We're going to show Alex how to do that. And hopefully mid-afternoon we'll have the Firewall store stuff out to them. Probably be the weekend before the other stores get their stuff. But we're working on it. We're getting some systems in place. It'll be awesome. Cindy's been with me here as always.
Right here.
Alex has been sitting in, seeing what we're doing. Trying to stay awake over there. How you doing?
Alex needs a monster.
Alex needs a monster. For Keith's Comics, I am Keith. If I don't see you tomorrow night, I'll see you next time.
trying.
Hey, David comes in off the top rope. Oh, man. Looks like they want one more book. Cindy, you got another one?
I got one.
Lay it on me. What you got?
Somebody going wild.
Oh, there we go. Daredevil goes wild again, or still, I think is what we should say. This beautiful VF copy of Daredevil number 117 from 1975. $15. $15 for Daredevil number 117 from 1975. Look at that. Is that the owl? Yeah, the owl. Very nice. All right, there we go. Let's button this thing up. You guys can get back to work if you need to. You don't have to go back to work, but you can't stay here. For Keith's Comics, I am Keith, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow night. And if I don't see you then, I'll see you next time.
Keith's Comics.